review the videos later. It's very important that you can review them just in case that you would like to know what was the class about. Talking about that, we will go to the topic of the day, which is quantifiers. Quantifiers. Let's go to our presentation. We will learn a little bit more about quantifiers, words that we use in English to describe quantity, right? Quantifiers. And here we have two quantifiers, two categories to say something. And one of them is countable nouns and uncountable nouns. A countable nouns is something that you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Also, countable nouns can be singular and plural, right? Let's see the examples. There is a book on the table. Those houses are very big, aren't they? So countable nouns is something that we can pluralize and that we can count, right? Show a quantity, an exact quantity. But by the other side, there is another category with the opposite, uncountable nouns, things that we can't count. For example, sugar, information, water, and understanding. In uncountable nouns, we always use singular. We never pluralize uncountable nouns. For example, there is some water in the picture. No, there are some waters. We can pluralize uncountable nouns. That's how it works. Let's see a list of countable nouns so we can know them better. And with this, we need to be very careful, right? Because sometimes for our personal opinion, we believe that it's uncountable, but not. Or sometimes we believe that it's countable, but it's not like that. We need to follow the list and take everything that we know during this lesson, because with our own thoughts, we can describe a countable or an uncountable. What I mean is that is like irregular verbs. We need to memorize the list. We can't explain why it's countable or why it's uncountable. No nos complicamos tanto con eso porque les va a doler la cabeza. For example, countable nouns. A picture. A picture is a countable noun. A month. A bottle. A job. Or chest. A chapter and a problem. That's countable nouns. Countable nouns. We have a list here of countable nouns. Something that we can pluralize, such as father, river, child, film, box, handle, message, lake, an actor, a dog, an egg. Countable nouns. Let's see now a list of uncountable nouns. For example, a homework, an equipment, luggage, furniture, food in general, flour, meat, rice, a cake, and talking about abstract things, we have advice, help, fun, enjoyment, information, knowledge, etc. So this topic is kind of confusing if we overthink, right? So don't overthink. No piensen, pero teacher, ¿qué pasa si tengo 2 pedazos de carne? No piense eso, porque le va a doler la cabeza, créanme. No tenemos una explicación de por qué gente que habla inglés dice que algo es contable o incontable. No funciona lo mismo para nosotros que decimos, bueno, el mar es incontable, es lógico. Para Estados Unidos hay palabras que para nosotros son contables y para ellos no. Por ejemplo, an ice cream. Dice, pero ¿qué pasa si le compré un helado a mi novia y uno para mí? Ya son dos, eso se puede contar, ¿no? Yes, in Spanish, but in English, no. Sí, entonces mi consejo es que este tema solamente sigamos como irregular verbs. Sigan la lista. No se pregunten por qué. Solamente que un contable se puede pluralizar, puede usar plural y un incontable no puede. That's the best way. Ángela.
Teacher, ¿puede volver a la primera para tomar una foto? Por favor. La anterior, la anterior a esta. Esta.
Yes, and I'm saying you this because personally, this topic is very confusing if we try to define why it's countable or not uncountable. The best definition is that countable nouns is something that we can count and we can pluralize, right? En esto sí podemos usar apples, books, houses, but uncountables not. I have a lot of sugars. No sugar daddies, mommy, no, I cannot. No, not applicable. You know, I have a lot of informations here. No. And it's confusing, right? Because, for example, if you tell me that father is a countable noun, why? If we only have one father, but it's English grammar, right? We can do something else or explain something extra for that. It's just what it is, like irregular verbs. Why irregular verbs are irregular? Only for grammar. Do you understand my point? So we will learn them as much as we use them, right? But don't complicate a lot with this one. It's not the end of the world, learning uncountable and uncountable nouns. For example, fish. Fish is uncountable now. That's weird, right? Because I can have 2 or 3 fishes. But talking about correct grammar, we can pluralize that. Kind of confusing, but we have a list. At least we have a list. It's not grammatically correct to pluralize these countable and these uncountable nouns. And talking about that, we will go to learn quantifiers. Quantifiers are questions that help us with countable nouns and uncountable nouns. We have some quantifiers like little, few, a lot of, many, much, any, lots of, and some. We have a few, for example, any others quantifiers. To learn a little bit more about this topic, we will